Hi, this is Mary Ellen with Portraits of Me, and today I'm going to share with you the books I want to read in June. Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. I want to share with you my reading goals for June, which is my TBR of the books I want to read this month. Now, I have been having really good reading months. I read maybe between 10 and 13 books for both April and May, which I did a wrap up for April. I just haven't posted that yet, so that's going to be very, very late. I read so many good books. I do want to get that video posted. I just don't know when it's going to go up, so I do apologize for that. However, for this video and for this TBR, I'm actually only choosing 6 books. These books right here. And the reason being is because these last couple of months, I've been just randomly reading books. I haven't really done TBRs. I haven't really made a schedule for myself on what I want to read. I haven't really done anything when it comes to books, even though I've had good reading months. And what I've been doing for these past 2 months during quarantine is just read a book. And then when I'm done, browse over to my bookshelves and pull another book off that sounds interesting. So there has been no planning, no reasoning these past couple of months, and I'm just kind of tired of just randomly picking books. I want to read some books I'm really excited about, so I picked 6 books that I've been wanting to read for a while but just haven't gotten to. So let's get to the books. The first one is a book right here. It is a children's book. I haven't read a children's book in a long time, I think since middle grade March, or maybe I read one in April, but I haven't been reading as much as I normally do with middle grade. I love middle grade, so every month I love reading a few middle grade books. So I put this one on my list. It is called Breadcrumbs. And this one here is about a girl. Her name is Hazel, who has a best friend named Jack. And Jack one day just starts acting differently, and people are telling Hazel it's because they're growing up, you know, they're a boy and a girl, they're changing, and that is to be expected. But Hazel knows there's something mysterious about this change, and it's not normal. So she goes on an adventure trying to save her best friend. So that sounds like a really good book. That's this book here. I have a lot of books that I've been receiving from book boxes, Fairy Loot and from Owl Crate, and I haven't been really reading them like I should. So I decided to read 2 books from my book boxes to try to get that TBR down a little bit, because I have like a whole bookshelf of those kind of books. So I picked Wicked Fox. So not only is it a beautiful book, it sounds like a very interesting story. So I believe this book is about a girl who is a 9-tailed fox. I think she's half 9-tailed fox, half human. And I don't know how to say what she is because me and my pronunciation with non-English words isn't very good. But it's a mythical creature from Korea, I believe. That's the place this takes place. But it sounds really good. It says, her life is in his hands, his heart is in hers, 100 days to choose who lives. So it sounds like a really good book. I'm looking forward to reading it. I have seen a few booktubers who have read it who really enjoyed it, so I'm hoping I'm one of those. And this is another book I want to read for the month of June. This is the one I got at Barnes & Noble back in February. That's my receipt. And it was one of those book deals you can get when you go to Barnes & Noble and you go to their cafe and you can get a book for $5. So I chose this one because it sounded really good. It's like a historical fiction book, and it takes place during World War II, I believe. And it says here, on October 11th, 1943, a British spy plane crashes in Nazi-occupied France. Its pilot and passenger are best friends, but just one of the girls has a chance to survive. So that's this book here. Sounds really good. Can't wait to get to it this month. And then I was just looking through my TBR shelves and I saw this book and I thought, you know what? I kind of want to read this one. So I picked it up. This is called The Wicked Boy. And it says here, The Mystery of a Victorian Child Murderer. You heard that right. This is a Victorian child murderer. And it's based on a true story. So this is actual events that happened back in 1895. So you have some pictures about the event and information for that time period. So again, this is in the late 1800s. So for trials and stuff, they did a lot of sketching, which you can see over here. But this story is about two brothers who murdered their mother, and they went out on the town at 12 years old. So one was 12 and one was 13. So they were young, preteen, teenagers. And it says here, in the summer of 1895, Robert and his brother were seen spending lavishly for 10 days in July. They ate out at coffee houses and took trips to the seaside and went to the theater. The boys told neighbors they had been left home alone while their mother visited family in Liverpool, but their aunt was suspicious. So that's the story here. I like to read books like this that talk about criminal minds, and I like to read about how investigators, detectives, how they discover who the murderer is and get justice. So that's this book right here. And then another book I've been wanting to read for a very long time is this book right here. It is Heartless, and this is an Owl Crate edition, although I didn't get this through Owl Crate. I got this a few years ago while I was bargain shopping at Goodwill, and found it and realized it was a nice Owl Crate edition because it came with the Owl Crate letter. If I can show that to you. So there's the letter, and it came with this little card thing too as well. And that's how I knew it was Owl Crate. But I got it for a few dollars because it was a secondhand store. But this, I believe, is a retelling of Alice in Wonderland, and I've heard such great things about this story. And I've since recently read the Lunar Chronicles and adored all those books. So I'm thinking I'm going to like this one too, since I enjoy Marissa Meyer's writing. And the last book that I picked for my TBR in June, which I think I might read more than this, but this is my goal. And the last book is The Guinevere Deception. This was a book that was received in my Owl Crate box back in 2019. I don't remember which month, but this is the Owl Crate exclusive cover. Sorry, it's kind of shiny. And this one is a story of King Arthur, but Guinevere is a prominent character. I'm not too sure what this book is about. It says, there was nothing in the world as magical and terrifying as a girl. So, not too sure. But, oh, I just read this and it says, the first book in the Camelot Rising trilogy. So this is going to be a trilogy. Ugh. Oh no, I don't know if I want to read it now. Because if I really like it, I'm going to want to read the next book right away. And I'm not sure when the next book comes out. I wonder if I should pull up Goodreads and find out. You know what? Let's pull up Goodreads and find out when that next book is, so I can see if I really want to read it this month or not.
Okay, here's my Goodreads on my tablet. Let's find out. So, Goodreads, where are you? Slow internet. So slow. There it is, the Guinevere Deception.
Okay, so the next book is called The Camelot Betrayal. So let's click on that and see when that is supposed to be released. November 10th, 2020. November 10th, 2020. You know what? I'm going to read it. And if I like it, I'll just read it again if I don't remember it by the time the second book comes out. Because I've been wanting to read this one since it came out in 2019. So I'm going to put this on my list and find out what all the hype is with The Guinevere Deception and see if I like it. And if I do, then I'll know to get the next book, right? Maybe I'll even pre-order it if there's some kind of special or something. Okay, so those are the books I am planning to read in June. Here they all are. Yay! So excited. I'm really excited for all of these books. Okay, so what are your plans for June? Are you planning to make a TBR for this month? Or are you just going to be willy-nilly and just pick any book that you feel like reading, like I've been doing for the last few months? I would really love to know. Leave a comment below, as well as if you've read any of the books I just mentioned. Were they thumbs up for you or thumbs down? Hey, that's a good thing to do. Maybe in the comments, if you've read a book, you can write the title and just put a thumbs down if you didn't like it, or a thumbs up if you did like it. That would be kind of fun to see what kind of response I get. So do that if you want to. And thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate that. And consider subscribing to my channel. I do try to record a video at least once a week, and these videos are book related. Okay, you guys, have a great morning, day, evening, or night, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!